Today, ano ba nangyayari? So our index, ang index natin hit 7.4 kanina intraday. So pero nagsettle tayo at around 7,300. No? Medyo maganda rin yung inangat ng market natin since kailan ba tayo na? Monday. Ano ba ngayon? Monday ngayon, no? Monday. Wait. Since nung nag-meet tayo last, no, medyo maganda-ganda na rin yung inangat. Although we tested the 7,000, so ito yung time na siguro medyo kinabahan tayo kasi ito yata yung time na na a day after the COL dilemma yung nagbagsakan yung mga prices ng mga stocks, 'di ba? Intraday nagbabaan. So if bumili ka on opening, in the middle of that opening and closing, medyo pinakabaka kasi bumaba yung mga prices ng ng mga stocks Pero naka-recover naman agad. So within the day. So medyo nag-recover, settle ng konti. And then eventually humata ulit in the next couple of days. So Wednesday on Thursday, Friday, umangat ulit. So far, yun. Good news, it moved up to 7,400 today. Not so good news, medyo after niya mahit yung 7,400, we went back to the 7.3 level. So the way I see it, the index could move between 7,000 to 7.4. So medyo malaki yung range. Itong range na to. Kasi dito, if you nakikita nyo ba yung cursor?
Yes.
So yung line where we are now, 'di ba? Yung line where we are now, yung green na dotted lines, parang yan na yung resistance level niya. Okay, yung nagfo-form na parang resistance level. So we will see, and parang dito siya nagko-consolidate dito sa area na to, yung 7,000 to 7,300 or even the 7,400. So we'll watch that. Tingnan natin ano mga pwedeng mangyari dyan within the next few days. Kung itetest ba niya ulit yung 7,400 or maybe magpo-pull back ulit siya to the 7,000 level. Assuming ma-break yung 7,000 level, which is ito, ang next na pupuntahan natin is the 6,800 level yun dito. Okay. So, kumbaga sabi, watch this space. Yan. Nakikita ko sa Twitter. Hindi ko alam kung kilala niyo yung nagsasabi nun sa Twitter. Watch this space to see kung saan siya aabutin or anong magiging movements niya in the next, for this week. All right. So, market updates. Inflation for December tumaas from the previous month, which is November, 3.5% from the 3.3% in November. So, again, I think a big part of this as well is the increasing oil prices. Slowly, parang medyo umaangat-angat na rin. So, malaking factor din yun. So, although yung inangat naman niya from November, hindi ganun kalaki, 0.5, 0.2%. Hindi ko alam kung nararamdaman niyo ba yun?
Yes.
Talaga? Anong binili mo para masabing naramdaman mo?
Ang kilo, kung magluto ko ng sinigang ngayon, 500 na
Sa mga palengke. Sa mga palengke or grocery siguro, di ba?
So, sile.
Yung sile dati. So, yun. For those na bago, inflation means yung yung price of goods tumataas. So, in case hindi pa kayo sobrang familiar kung para saan ba yung inflation. But, ang good news naman, Fitch, which is a ratings company, credit rating company, affirmed na yung Philippines is still a BBB rating. So, yung BBB rating, yan, ito. Naglagay ako ng description para medyo, kita nyo ba yung description? BBB ratings indicate that expectations of default risks are currently low. Meaning, ibig sabihin yung risk of us not being able to pay our debts or yung mga utang natin is mababa. So the capacity for payment of financial commitments is considered adequate. But adverse business or economic conditions are more likely to impair this capacity. So currently, we have strong capacity to pay our financial commitments. So sabi nga, may pambayad tayo ng utang to whoever yung inuutangan natin, whether foreign other countries or other banks from other countries, or whoever man yung financial institutions na pinag-utangan natin, we are capable to pay. So we're still in good credit rating. Walang movement from, despite all those things that happened over the past few months or last year. Maraming mga nagsasabi na parang lumalaki yung utang natin and all. But the credit rating companies are still confident that yung debt ratio natin is still low. Na kaya pa rin nating bayaran whatever it is that we are na inuutang natin from them. And minsan kasi the reason rin why let's say nangungutang tayo kasi nakikita natin very low yung interest rates, so we will use that, 'di ba, and invest that, or since mababa yung interest rate, we'll take advantage of that, parang ganon. Yun yung ginagawa rin natin ng country natin in terms of yung mga loans na yan. And hindi ko sure kung alam nyo, pero over the past few months, bumaba yung interest rates in some countries. So yun. Alright, corporate updates. We just have a couple. Yung favorite natin, si Dito. Sabi nila, all set for month-long technical audit. Okay, so I think meron silang March deadline, di ba? To be able to prove that they are capable. And I think nag-start na rin yung mga audits nila to see kung how capable are they to become the telco. Okay, the third telco. Sila ba yung third? Tama, no? Tama ba? Third, no? Kasi may fourth. Si Now pala yung fourth na sinasabi na hindi natin sure kung sila talaga. Pero si Dito, yun nga, yung the third telco. Baka yun, sila raw yung so they're nearing a major milestone. Diba? They're nearing a major milestone, which is I think sa March yun. Okay, so yung stock movement nila will find out later. Pero ito yung sample ng chart. So tingnan natin kung is it good or bad. Itong nangyayari sa chart ng dito. Okay? JFC to open 28 stores in North America in 2021. Yan, so despite rin na they didn't have a good year 2 years ago and last year, they're still expanding their business, diba? Globally. So 28 stores in North America. So tingnan natin kung how this will affect their financial statements. Kasi parang over the past couple of years, parang kaya bumabagsak rin yung stock ni JFC is dahil nga parang in the negative sila lagi. So we'll see how these impact yung financial statements nila. But yung stock nila went up today. Medyo significant rin. Malaki rin yung inangat today. Okay. Tapos, lastly, wait lang, switch ko lang kasi late ko to nakita kaya hindi ko napasok sa slide. Okay. Property sector. Nakuha ko sa COL Financial. Hindi ko alam kung binabasa niyo yung mga ganito, but it's in the main page ng COL. 2021 outlook. cautiously optimistic on recovery. So kahit pa paano, it's somehow good news, no? They expect more revenues to recover kasi nga medyo starting to become normal na yung situation, or we've accepted the norm na ganito na. Okay? And everyone is cautious naman pag pumunta ka naman sa mall, hindi naman nagpapabaya yung mga nasa mall, di ba? But you don't expect rental schemes to return quickly. So di ko alam kung familiar kayo, pero for those who are in the malls, yung mga rents, yung mga nagre-rent doon, yung mga malls, yung mga Ayala or SM, they lowered their rentals for those tenants. So, and nabanggit dito that it might not get back to the pre-COVID levels pa. Kasi nga, to help also these tenants recover from the lost revenues or income. Okay? Offices to remain resilient but growth to be slow. Okay, so yan, since I think the situation we are in and the setup that most companies are in right now, na work from home, affected also the rentals of different office buildings. So yun, but still, based sa outlook na to na nirecommend na sinulat ni COL, they're still resilient. May growth pa rin but not as big. Kasi nga affected din tayo nung mga pag-alis ng POGO, 'di ba? So parang maraming POGO companies ang umalis na, so they vacated their office rents or yung lease nila in their offices. So medyo malaki yung impact rin yun for a lot of property companies. Tanong, ba't may mga nakalagay na buy or hold? Recommendation to for fundamentals eh. So makikita mo yan. Parang report ni COL. Residential revenues to improve from uninterrupted construction. Okay, since gano'n, na tayo, nabanggit na rin naman natin to before na even after the lockdown, medyo nag-start na yung mga constructions ulit of different projects, no? So, and the create bill a net positive for developers. So, yun. Ito, nabanggit na rin natin to a lot of times during our market updates, how the government is helping the corporations by lowering their taxes, their corporate income tax. Okay, so yun na yung mga summary of what we've dito sa property sector. Ito yung sinasabi ni NAP, bakit may mga buy, hold, ganyan. Ito yung mga recommendations ng COL on what to do with certain stocks. Mostly ito for fundamentals, so for long-term investments, not really for technicals. All right, so questions, guys. Papakita ko ba?